Hey guys, welcome to VLOGOWEEN Day 17. Today I'm going to do a book haul because in the past, yesterday and today, I managed to get, or collect, close to 20 books. Yeah, I'd say there's 17 or 18 books here, close to 20 anyway, that I got since yesterday. I got 10 yesterday, 2 in the mail, 8 from people on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, and then I got 8 more books from some of those little libraries, because there's a little library at the park in my town. And then there's another little library at a restaurant 5 minutes away from me, and then there's another little library 10 minutes away. So yeah, I'm going to just show all of those books that I got since yesterday, and I figure I might as well just make a haul showing all of it. I usually try to, during VLOGOWEEN, I usually try to stick with creepy or horror themed videos, Halloweenish type of thing. Horror, creepy, spooky, whatever, all those things. And same thing for Vlogmas, I tried to stick with Christmassy or holiday, festive type of videos. So some of the books that I did get yesterday and today, a lot of them are thrillers, and they're the first two in this pile, these two here, are literally fall themed. It's a freshly baked cozy mystery, which I will show in a minute, but it's literally fall themed. One of it literally is called Trick or Treat and Murder. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do a video showing all of these books, and that'll be my video for day 17. But I am going shopping tomorrow, early tomorrow morning, so more than likely tomorrow's video is going to be a haul. So yeah, so I'm just going to start off with the books that I got today at all those little libraries. Also, I'm looking after my boss's puppies again. They're gone away for the weekend, so if you hear any moving, this is little Miss Mally. She's just behind me here. And Frankie is in my parents' room. Every time we look after them, Frankie sleeps with my parents, and Mally is with me. So this is Mally. I think I've shown her in a couple of my videos before, but that's one of my boss's dogs. So if you see or hear any moving around, it's her. But yeah, I'm just going to jump right into the first pile, which is the books that I got today. So first, I made 2 trips to these little libraries. The first trip was earlier this morning or this afternoon, and I only went to the one in my town, which is literally, I could walk there and back in, 20 minutes. Maybe less than that. I don't know, 10, 20 minutes. Because I live, right towards the beginning of my town, and then the park is literally right at the beginning, so I'm not very far from the park. So yeah, I could literally walk there every day just to pick out a bunch of books, but yeah, I found this one at the little library in my town. This one's called Viva La Paris, and it's by Esme Raji Kodel, and it just looked really interesting to me, so I picked up that one. The next 2 books, now if you guys want to call me weird for this, you can go right ahead. Some people might think it's weird, but you know what? I don't think I'm the only one that does this, because I think there's a girl on TikTok that does this too. I collect children's books, and especially if they're really nostalgic and I remember reading them as a kid. There's this one children's book I have been dying to get, called Enemy Pie. I remember when I did work term when I was in college, that was one of the books that we read with the class. But I don't have a copy of that one for myself, and I really want it. But the main reason, now you guys might call me weird for this, which if you want to, go right ahead. One of the reasons I collect children's books is for my future kids, and I don't even have kids yet. I do want to have kids someday, and I've always told my parents, if I don't have kids by the time I'm 30, I'm going to try to adopt a kid. Not that 30's too old. I mean, my parents didn't have me till they were 32, I think, 33, somewhere around there. So I mean, 30, 32 is even 35, that's not too old to have a kid. Like, you're going to have a kid whenever, you know, the timing is right kind of thing, and when the time comes. But I want to have a kid before I hit 30. That's just me. Again, like I said, it's not that it's too old, but yeah, I've always told my parents, like, if I don't have a kid by the time I turn 30, I'm going to adopt, or try to anyway. So yeah. And I'm not going to go too into it, but I have, like, a bunch of things that I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to explain it or show it. Because if you guys seen it with your own eyes, or if I talked about it on here, you'd probably think, like, wow, this girl's nuts. Which I kind of am. But yeah, I have baby fever really bad. Especially when I'm at work and I see people come in with their kids and they're like, you can get a treat. I'm like, I want that. I want to do that with my future kids. So, yeah. The baby fever I have is, like, really bad, especially some days. Like, especially watching all those YouTube videos of people reacting to them people finding out they're pregnant. That's what I meant to say. And people's reactions to them being pregnant, like telling my family I'm pregnant. I want to do that someday. So, but yeah, I literally have a collection of, like, I have a bunch of videos saved on TikTok of ideas that I want to do with my future kids. I have a Pinterest board called My Future Children. I'm sorry if I'm nuts, but I mean, I want to have a kid someday. I mean, what's wrong with that? Nothing. But yeah, I think there's another girl on TikTok. I can't remember her name, but she collects a lot of children's books as well. Like, literally simply for the fact that she wants to have a kid someday, and she has, like, a box full of children's books. So when I was at the little library in my town this morning, and the first trip I made, like I said, in the first trip I made, I only went to the one in my town, and I got this one and the 2 children's books. So I got Peanut Butter and Jelly. And I didn't notice it until I got home, but I was looking through it, like skimming through it after I got home, and I think this is like the nursery rhyme, like Peanut Butter and Jelly nursery rhyme, because I remember when I was doing work term in college, the first work term I did was at a preschool, like 5 minutes away from my house, and every day we would do this thing, I can't remember what it was called, circle time or mat time or something, where me and the teacher and all the kids would sit in a circle and we would do nursery rhymes, like play little games, that kind of thing. And one of the nursery rhymes that we sung was Peanut Butter and Jelly. So I was skimming through this and I was singing it to myself, and I was like, I think that's the nursery rhyme. So literally in the nursery rhyme it says peanut butter and jelly, and then it gets to like the peanut butter, like the spread, and you go, then you spread them, you spread them, you spread them, spread them, spread them. That was actually one of my, like, favorite nursery rhymes that we sung there. Like, I think I enjoyed it probably more than the kids, honestly. I loved it. So yeah, I was super excited when I got home, and that just brought me back, honestly. So yeah, call me weird if you want. I don't really care, because honestly it is kind of weird, like me already planning for my future children when I don't even have a boyfriend yet. But yeah, I mean, I have baby fever. What can I say? I mean, there's not really any harm in that. Like, I could read these books myself. Like, a lot of the children's books that I have collected so far, and like, if you guys want me to do a whole children's book collection on here, I can. I have a lot already, but I don't know. But a lot of the children's books I have collected already are books that I remember as reading as a child, and are very nostalgic to me. So a lot of these children's books, like, I could probably read myself. But anyway, I got A Bedtime Yarn by Nicola Winstanley and Olivia Chinweller. So those are the first 3 books that I got, and those are the 3 books I got on my first trip. And the other books, oh my goodness, these are driving me nuts. Okay. And the rest of this pile are the books I got on my second trip. So on the second trip, I left my house and I went to... Okay, I left my house and I went back to the little library in my town. Because one of my friends on Facebook posted a bunch of books that she was going to put in a bunch of different libraries. So she put some in the one in my town, and then the one at the restaurant like 5 minutes away, and then the one like 10 minutes away. So I was like, I'm going to keep an eye out for that, because she did say on Facebook when she posted the picture of the books that she was putting out that they would be she would be putting them in the little libraries in the next couple of weeks. So I was like, I knew it wasn't going to happen right away, but I still went to check. But anyway, so I had to leave my house anyway because I wanted to go to where I work and get a lottery ticket. So on my way there, I had to pass the little library anyway. I stopped into the library again to check and see if they were there. And she had 3 of the books put in. So I got all 3 of them. Jackie Ha Ha by James Patterson and Chris Grabenstein. Which, if you guys know me, James Patterson is one of my favorite authors ever. I love his books simply for the fact that, 1, they're thrillers, and 2, he usually writes pretty short chapters. But what I didn't know until like a couple months ago is he actually writes like more books for more like people younger, like children's books, like not children's books, but like preteens type of style. So of course, like, I only got it because it's James Patterson, but yeah, it actually sounds kind of interesting. So, and I like the little pictures too. So I got that one, and then this one sounded like the cover caught my eye because it's just the plain white cover, and it literally says on the cover, it doesn't have the title, or it has the title on the cover, yes, but it's in like this little rainbow, little ombre looking thing, ombre looking thing. And on the cover it says, "We were all heading for each other on a collision, of course. No matter what, maybe some people are just meant to be in the same story." And this one's called "I'll Give You the Sun" by Jandy Nelson. So, I've never heard of this book before. I don't know what it's about. I didn't even read the back of it first. But it's just the cover that made me drawn to it. I don't know why. I love simple covers like this. And then I got Dear Martin by Nick Stone. And I like how short, like I said before, I love short chapters. And there is one chapter in this book. I'm going to try to find it. And it's literally there's literally only 3 words in the chapter. And like I showed this to my mom earlier, the 3-word chapter, and she was like, "That's my kind of book." She likes short chapters too. Here it is, chapter 14. 3 words. Boom, boom, boom. Like I said, I love short chapters, so this is perfect for me. And then I went to get my lottery ticket, and then after I got my lottery ticket, I went to the restaurant because they posted on Facebook the other night that they had a little library in that restaurant, and they posted a picture of the actual library and all the books that they had there. And literally, I looked through the bookshelf and I saw one book that I have been dying to get my hands on for a while. I haven't heard much about it, but what I have heard was it sounds really good, and I'm into really weird books like this. So I wasn't able to pick it up until tonight, and luckily they still had it. So I went in and I got myself a Terry's Orange, a Terry's Orange hot chocolate, and it was delicious, by the way. And before I left, I put in one of the other books that I had that I've already read before, Yours by Tessa Bailey, which is really good. And I put that one in, and I took this one, which is called What Big Teeth by Rose Sabo. Yeah, like I said, I haven't heard much about it, but what I have heard was really good. And then The last stop I made was to the other little library, like 10 minutes away from where I live. And they didn't have a whole lot of books. Like, they had a lot of books, yes, but none of them really caught my eye. And the only one that I did get was The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. I think that's how you say it. Again, I love simple covers like this. Like, it's just plain, like, yellow. It's very simple. I like it. I like this cover. So those are all the books that I got tonight, and the rest of the books that I'm going to show are the ones I got yesterday. So I'm going to start off with these ones first that I talked a little bit about at the beginning of the video. I got these in the mail yesterday. Before Canada Post went on strike, I was a part of this Amazon gifting exchange type thing where we gift a book, we get a book. So basically you put in the comments of the post on Facebook, I'm in. And when they get enough people, they will partner people up. When you get your partner, you have to send each other your Amazon wish list, like your book wish list. And you have to send them a book from their Amazon wish list, and they will send you a book from yours. Or books. It could be however many books they want to send you. Or you want to send them. I can't remember which book or books that I sent her, but yeah. I got mine in the mail yesterday, and she sent me 2. They are both from the Freshly Baked Cozy Mysteries series, and they're both by Kate Bell and Kathleen Suzette. Thankfully Dead, and this one I mentioned earlier, Trick or Treat and Murder. And then the rest of the books that I'm going to show I got from Facebook Marketplace. So I'm going to start off with these 3 first, because I got these 3 at one house and then the rest at another house. Mother-Daughter Murder Night by Nina Simon. I haven't heard much about it, but I watched a couple videos about it on TikTok earlier. And it sounds really interesting, and someone on TikTok said it's a really good fall read. So, sounds very interesting. And then I got Hair of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, which is some people call it Maas, some people say Moss. I've always said Maas. This is the 3rd book in this series. I can't remember what the series is called. Throne of Glass, that's what it's called. And I looked up, like, the books that were in the series, and I already have the first 2. I think it's Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight, I think. And I have book 3, so I've heard these are really good. All of her books, I think, are, from what I've heard, really good. And then I got Famous Last Words by Julia McAllister. I wasn't going to get this one because I wasn't sure if I had it or not. I was just going... See, when I messaged her, I had these 2 picked out. And then it was like kind of second-guessing myself, like, what if I already have Famous Last Words? So I messaged her again, and I was like, can I switch out this one, and instead of this one, can I switch out this one and get this one instead? And then I told her, like, I might already have Famous Last Words. So she was like, sure. So anyway, so then I thought about it, like, a few minutes later, and I was like, I might just get it anyway, and if I already have it, I'll just sell it, or give it, or, like, bring it to one of those little libraries near me. So I messaged her again. I was like, can I take this one too? So I got it. And now on to the last few books, which are from another house. So I'm going to start with these 3 first because I actually paid for these 3. The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. I haven't heard much about this, but I have seen it before, like, on TikTok, and it sounded really good. The Downstairs Neighbor by Helen Cooper. The Mothers by Genevieve Cannon. And then she also had 2 other books, and she asked me if I read them. She also had Verity, and she asked me if I read that one, but I said I have it, but I haven't read it yet. But she gave me 2 other books for free, which was really nice of her. The Lighthouse Witches by C.J. Cook. And lastly, The Girl from Widow Hills by Megan Miranda. I've heard a lot of good things about her books, so I'm super excited for this one. But yeah, those are all the books I got, and that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more content from me. And I will see you guys tomorrow for VLOGOWEEN day 18. Yes, 18. Bye, guys.